Hello all, welcome to my channel Easy Learning. So today's topic is law of demand. So let us study the meaning of law of demand. The introduction part is that the law of demand shows the relationship between the price of goods and the quantity demanded. So it is a relationship between the price and quantity demanded. We the acronym for the price is P and the acronym for quantity demanded is QD. Now, coming to the definition of law of demand, you can be asked the question as state the law of demand or define law of demand. This sentence should be written. Other things remaining constant can also be written as ceteris paribus when the price of the goods decreases, the demand for it increases, and when the price increases, the demand for the good decreases. So, what does it mean? It means that when the price increases, the quantity demanded will decrease, and when the price decreases, the quantity demand will increase. So it is like a vice versa question. When price increases, the QD will decrease. When QD increases, the price will decrease. According to Professor Samuelson, the law of demand states that people will buy more at lower price and buy less at higher price. Yes, this is for sure. If the let's take an example of onion. When onion is 200 rupees, no one will buy onion for 200 rupees uh, per kg. When the onion price is 100 rupee for 5 kgs, so obviously we will spend 100 rupees to buy 5 kg of onions, right? We won't spend full 200 rupees for buying only 1 kg of onion. We'll find some other substitute for those. Other things remaining here refers to the price of related goods, consumer income, taste, preference. So we saw that there are other things remaining constant in the statement, right? So what does this other meaning? The other things refers to the related goods, means the substitute goods. Like for tea, there is a substitute for coffee. For tomatoes, there's substitute of ketchup, the sauce, right? So the consumer's income, if your income is increased, you won't care for the price increase and all. The consumer's taste and preference, if you don't like tomatoes or onions, vegetables, then you won't buy them, right? When all the factors are constant, the quantity of a good that the consumer purchases depends entirely on its price. Therefore, according to the law of demand, the price and the quantity demanded move in opposite direction. So here they are saying that the price and quantity demanded, they actually move in opposite direction. Why is that so? That is because both are different, right? When price increases, the quantity will decrease, right? So let us see this by taking an example, and let us draw a graph for this. So this is an experiment. Individual demand schedule. The law of demand can be explained with an example. Suppose a consumer wants to purchase tomato in the market, and individual consumers' demand varies with the quantities of goods demanded at a various price. So yes, it depends on the consumer also, and it depends on the price also. Whether if it is a high price we won't buy, if it's a low price we'll buy at a large quantity. The individual demand of tomato is shown in the demand schedule. So this is called as demand schedule, and here we have written the price of tomato per kg in rupees and demand for the tomato. Demand means how much people are demanding, what quantity it is. So when the price is, we have taken the price as 87654 and the quantity demanded are 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. The demand schedule shows the price of tomato per kg is 4. So when per kg is 4 rupees, we will demand for 12 kgs. So 4 rupees for 1 kg, if it is 4 rupees, we'll demand for, we will buy 12 kgs of it. Okay. If the price increases for 5 rupees, the quantity demanded decreases for 10 rupees. So obviously, when the price increases, we'll reduce our budget, right? We'll cut off those and we'll buy those products in very small quantity. Ensures that when the price of tomato increases, the quantity demanded for it decreases and vice versa. Yes, for when the price of the kgs tomato were 8 rupees, we buy it for 4, only 4 kgs we got, right? When the price was 7 rupees, we got 6 we demanded for 6 kgs. When it is 6 rupees, we bought for 8 8 kg. Okay, so we can see that when the price is decreasing, the quantity is increasing actually. When the price is increasing, the quantity is decreasing. Now let us see this with an example of schedule. This is a demand graph. The following those numbers were now highlighted here. See, this is the quantity demanded, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, and here the price of it. So we have taken x-axis as the quantity demanded and y-axis as the price. Now what you have to do is that you have to take the following number and you have to draw this curve, and then you'll get the points which the both axes meet. You have to mark them and draw a line for that. So you can see that it's a downward sloping and demand curve, right? Individual demand curve. The law of demand can be explained with the help of a graph. The graphical representation of a demand schedule helps us to draw a demand curve. This question can be asked for 1 mark, that what is demand curve, or they might ask you that the graphical representation of demand schedule helps us to draw, and they can give you an option. As shown in the diagram 3.1, the, the price, the independent variable, is measured on the OY axis, that is this and this. OY axis, they have written price, and the quantity demanded, that is dependent variable, measured on the OX axis. DD is the demand curve. So DD is an acronym for demand curve. Okay. Various points on the curve E, F, G, H, I shows different price level. So it shows a different price level, right? E, F, G, H. What does it mean? For 12, when 12 kgs is demanded when the price was 4, 6 kg is demanded when the price is at 8, right? So it shows this. You have to explain the following points. So at last, thus the demand curve slopes downwards from left to right. The slope of demand curve it shows from left to right, right? There is a downward sloping curve from left to right. The slope of demand curve shows the rate at which demand changes with the respect of price. Yes, when your mother you when you go for shopping, and your mother will buy more tomatoes if the price is less. She'll buy less tomatoes if the price is more. So the curve shows the intense relationship between the demand and price. So it is always negative, and it's downward slope. Don't forget to mention that it is a downward slope. It's from left to right. And don't forget to mention the demand curve. Draw a big diagram for the following question and explain the diagram at that time. Okay, so I hope that you have understood the law of demand. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up, and do comment, share this to your friends, and subscribe to my channel. And have a good day.